guys, I wanted to show you guys all the products and some brushes I have decluttered. I have already sold this stuff. I kind of just got a wild hair and posted a picture on Instagram because I was going to try to do a makeup sale, but it is just impossible for me right now. So I decided to sell it to one person and it went to one of you guys. Thank you so much, Joanne. I really wanted to just show these things, and a few of these things wasn't in the in the picture, but I am going to send them off to her in her package. So anyway, let me just show you what I have decluttered from my collection. Some of these things you've seen before, but I figured it would be good for her to have a point of reference for this stuff too, and just stuff that's not going to be around whenever I do an updated makeup inventory. CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous in the shade 115. This never did work for me. I can never say this brand. Bourgeois, whatever. Air Matte Foundation in 02 Vanilla. The shade never worked for me. I never even tried this on my face. And this is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte in 103. This just never worked for me. I tried it a few times. This is the original Makeup Forever HD foundation in the shade N123. I never could get this foundation to work. I tried it a few times and I just don't think it jives with my oily skin, which I say that now. I usually say I'm combo oily, but it is like 9 degrees outside and I am oily. And I also have these two Bare Minerals Bare Skin Concealers. These, I've got the shade Light and the shade Medium. These just really, for me, it's too, I don't know, they kind of set to a dewy finish. And I like to use like the concealer I'm using everywhere, and my kids are hollering, but anyway, these just never did work out for me. They didn't do what I needed a concealer to do, so there's that. And then I have this Skin Food. It's a salmon dark circle corrector, and it's a lot like the Becca under eye brightening corrector, but this is like a Korean brand. And I already have the Becca one. This is the Milani brow color in soft brown. I never could just fool with this. You know what I mean? I never took the time. I tried to play with it, but I don't think I could use a product like this every day because it just takes a little bit more time than a pencil. And then I have the e.l.f. glitter primer, which I tried this and I liked it, but I wound up with the Too Faced glitter primer, so I don't need this one too. This is the Lancome Le Base Pro Pore Eraser Primer for your face. These type of primers I can't use consistently or they clog my pores, so no sense hanging on to that. And then I have two pigments. This is the NYX Ultra Pearl Mania in the shade Penny. I tried this once. These type of shades just don't look good on me. I have another product in here. I don't understand what it is. It's these like coppery type shades that they just don't jive with my skin tone. And then I have the MAC Blue Brown pigment. This is like the travel size. This, it just doesn't look right on me. I just don't get it. That shade, I see it on other people and it looks great, and on me, it just doesn't. I look like I'm fixing to bust into a club or something, and whatever. Okay, and I have the Becca Ombre Rouge palette. I really liked this, but for some reason, it doesn't last as long as I would like it to on my eyeballs. Let me run out of room. Okay, and then I have the Tarte Rainforest After Dark palette that, I mean, I was so excited. I lusted over this thing forever. The blush is beautiful. The highlight is beautiful. The bronzer is nice. All these matte shades are nice. But these two purple shades that I was so like into when I looked at this palette, they have like pieces of glitter in them. And I don't know. I just can't do it. You know what I mean? I just couldn't make it look right. I don't know what it is with me and eyeshadow that has loose glitters in it. I just don't know how to work with them. I just don't. So it's a beautiful palette though. Okay. And then I have the Hourglass Modernist eyeshadow palette in monochrome, which is like gorgeous. This thing is like a piece of art. And I really loved taking this shade right here through my crease. It's so pretty. And it is. This would be perfect for like every day going to work. You like a soft neutral eye, you know, no fuss, no muss. This is gorgeous. And I will like literally die if something happens to this in shipping. But this, I just never reach for it. So it's time for Joanne to have a play with this. And Hourglass has got the packaging thing going on. Okay, and then I have the Stila in the Light palette. I had purchased this from a friend's blog sale, and I used it when I got it. I think it was last spring, but then I just never reached for it. I just never reached for it anymore, and I've seen people try to pan this bad boy, and I know I will never use enough of it to get even close to hidden pan on anything. Okay, and then I have a Marc Jacobs Twinkle Pop Eye Stick, and I'm really mad about this. I'm mad at myself about this because I should have exchanged this for a different color because I really like the way this thing feels. It's cooling when you put it on your eye, but this shade is that same type of, I don't know, it's got too much of a certain oranginess to it. What is it, babe? It's got too much of a, let me just swatch it. Something about these type of shades right here, they just don't look good on me. I mean, I can kind of do it in the summertime, but I prefer like bronzes or more icy type pink shades. Those was what looked better on me but this thing was $25 and I so should have got a different shade. Okay. And then I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Tinted Brow Gel in Brunette. This, I couldn't never, the shade is just too warm for me. I know if you see my hair in the sunlight, it's auburn. It looks really red. But this type of shade, it just doesn't, I don't know, I can't pull it off. And then I have a like deluxe sample travel size of the Algenist concentrated color correcting drops, and this one was in the shade Apricot. These drop things, I just can't, I don't know, I just don't reach for them. I don't play with it, you know. I don't take the time. And this is a Do the Hula by Benefit, the liquid little thing. I tried it once, and it's just another thing that I'm not going to spend the time, you know, doing. But it was fun to be able to try it out for sure. And then I have a Cargo blush. It's a water resistant blush in Los Cabos. It's a really pretty peachy color, but I know I have 3 blushes this color. You know, I have so many blushes that are that peachy shade because it looks so good on me. And then I have a Cargo, this is their Swimmables water resistant bronzer, and it's really pretty too. It's got like a nice sheen to it. I have so many bronzers that I really like to use during the summer that I never reach for this. So, and then I have the Benefit Hula, and this I use it quite a bit. It has a little bit of a dip in it, but I got a little deluxe sample of it from my Birchbox, so I figured I would pass this one along, because chances are I will not use up the deluxe sample, let alone the, you know, full size. I've seen this take people like 3 years to use up, no joke. And then this is the Kevin Aucoin, the matte bronzing veil in Desert Days, and it's just a matte bronzer, but the shade just didn't work for me. The Desert Days, it's light, you know, it's too light to be a bronzer, and it's too warm to be a face powder for me. I had got this in that Beautylish Lucky Bag, and shade didn't work. And I have the Smashbox Full Exposure Eyeshadow Duo. it's like a matte beige shade and a shimmery champagne. These are really pretty and nice, but you know, I have these shades and I never reach for this little duo. And I have the Physicians Formula Canyon Classics Quad, and I never reach for this either. These shades I have in other palettes, so I also have the Neutrogena Mineral Shears Loose Powder Foundation. I tried this once and my skin was kind of itchy, so there's probably something in it that doesn't jive with my skin. The Revlon Color Stay Whipped Foundation in 250 medium beige. This I couldn't get to look good on a consistent basis. Like when it looked good, it looked really good, and then when it looked bad, it looked bad. Like it was either cakey or flawless, and I couldn't get it to look flawless every day, so I just can't play with that one anymore. And then I have the Marc Jacobs, the Enigma palette, which is really pretty. I just never use it. I think this would make a gorgeous smoky eye. I do love these shades. It's really nice. I like the way they perform. I just don't reach for it. And then I have a little travel size of the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. This shade is just not one that I reach for. I much prefer Opal. And I have a ColourPop single eyeshadow in stereo. This was in a project. I hit pan and then, you know, didn't use it anymore. It's kind of a black base, and then it has multicolored shimmers in it. So it never really looked the way I wanted it to look whenever I used it. And then I have 3 Makeup Geek eyeshadows. It's in a MAC thing, but that's just to ship them. It's Dirty Martini, which is a really pretty green shade. This one is the Cosmopolitan, which is that same, it's a shade that's a lot like this one, Makeup Geek Cosmopolitan. And then this one is Makeup Geek Roulette. I think they just have too much of a certain orange hint that just doesn't jive with my skin tone. And then the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit. This, I used up the Fawn shade in a project and I really liked it, but I never reached for this other stuff, so it is going to Joanne. And I also have this Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Sandstorm. And I have 2 palettes I depotted a few things from. This is the Bobbi Brown Tell You Right Eye Palette. And what's left in it is Smoky Brown, Heather Rose, and Blazing Star. And this is one of her sparkle eyeshadows, so it's basically just like a topper. And the other shades that were in there I enjoyed and I depotted them. But this, you know, I have shades like this and I never reached for this one, so pass that along. And the same thing with this Laura Mercier Eye Artist or Artist palette. This is one of her holiday ones. It has this like blush highlight thing, and I depotted everything except for these 2 shades. Pewter, which is a gray shade, and then Deep Night, which is a blue shade. I never wear those 2 type of shades, so you know, maybe you will. I don't know. Okay, and then I have just some brushes here. This is a round foundation brush I never reach for. I'm so proud of myself for these brushes because I have a hard time letting go of brushes. This was one I got from Ipsy. It's like a blending eye brush. It's like natural hair. This is an e.l.f. mineral powder brush. This is a Crown blending crease brush. I have several brushes this shape and I just never use them. This is a small stipple brush. This is a Sephora multitasking blush brush I never used. I really should have returned this one too, but anyway. This is a Makeup Geek rounded blush brush I never used. This one was from a brush set I got off of eBay, which I really love this handle. But this is like the powder one I never used. And then I have 2 other random brushes. That is all. Thank you. Love you. Bye.